Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I should shut the door, hang on. I'm in Arkansas with Blue Eyes, Jacksonville, Arkansas, and he's taking a nap, which is why I said I was going to shut the door. I have a new office space here. He had a roommate for just a little while. He's only been here for like a month in this apartment, and the company has a woman who lives in Florida, but she would come out every month for like 10 days and take care of the books and all that. So when she was doing that, and when Blue Eyes got an apartment, they made a deal where she was going to be staying here in his apartment in the bedroom, and she never like moved in. She would just bring her stuff as though she were in a hotel. And that didn't pan out, didn't work out the way the agreement was supposed to be and things like that. So when we were in Mississippi over the weekend, this is a Tuesday, she ended up moving out, and that's that. So all of a sudden there was an empty bedroom, and Blue Eyes said, "You just got an office." So I was like, yes. And that's where I'm set up. I have a nice little table here. There's a window, a table behind me, and there's still a lot of stuff and my bags and things. I guess I could have put all that stuff in the closet and then show you around. I will show you, maybe tomorrow. It's a Tuesday. We got here Monday night. We have still been together for a long time. Let me try to find out, okay? Okay. In 2 days, right now it's September 26, 2023. In 3 days, we will have known each other for 1 month. The first week was not even the first week, because I thought it was, but it wasn't. For like the first 5 days, it was just chatting and talking on the phone, and then we met. And then he went back. He was in Hernando. We met in Hernando. He came out to see me. Went back. Came out to see me again. And then I went back with him. So for 3 weeks so far, we haven't been separate. We have been going back and forth, and this time I didn't even bother to take my car because I knew I wouldn't want to go home. I wanted to stay with him until he was ready to go back, but he did promise me, "I can get you back for the weekend," because he knows it's important for me to go out. So we came in last night, Monday night. He had been at my place for a few days, and now it's Tuesday, and we're going to go back Thursday early because I have Uber duty. That's what I call it for Skylar. Derek's going to be in Memphis, and he's like, "I really could use your help with, taking Skylar places for theater and things like that." And I said, "Absolutely." And Blue Eyes said, "I won't be working, so we can do that." So we're going to go back Thursday, and we're going out Friday night. I don't know about Saturday, and then we're coming back Sunday. So we're just going back and forth, and obviously, we're doing that because things are going really well. Surprisingly, I don't know, I'm still waiting for it all to fall apart, but that has not been happening. So I don't want this video to be all about that. I just wanted to let you know that I'm here, and now I'm going to have a nice office space, workspace. We went out today to thrift stores to try to get me some furniture and things. This is where I want to do videos. This is where I want to do crochet, craft, different things. And so we're getting that set up. And we went to 2 different thrift stores, and one had some furniture for incredibly low prices. Incredibly low. This, like a shelving unit that I absolutely would have loved. It was only $7, and it was the right color tag at Goodwill, so I was going to get it for $3.50. But couldn't take it. It was so incredibly heavy, and the drawers, even the person who puts the stuff together for Goodwill at that store, and he was such a nice man, there was no way we could get the drawers out. It was the drawers that would stop, and we looked everywhere for like latches and things like that. We couldn't get them out, and then Blue Eyes called Harbor Tools, is that the name of that place? Right next door, and it was $65 to rent a dolly, and so we weren't going to do that. And I told him, I said, I don't even want anything this heavy because I like to rearrange rooms and I don't want something that heavy that the two of us together can't even move. So I left without it, and I will find other things, but I'm a bargain hunter. So I don't, I don't want to go shop at Walmart and get stuff. I know I could do all these things. I would rather build shelving units out of cardboard boxes than pay money. That's just what I like to do. I like to be very frugal, and I like to come up with ways, like, if I found cinder blocks somewhere on the side of the road, I would get those and put wood between, whatever it takes. I just like to do my own thing, and hunting for bargains is very fun for me. So we went to 2 different thrift stores, and then he wanted to go to Walmart, and then he wanted to go to Dollar Tree. Absolutely love this. We were out for the whole morning. We got out, the whole morning. I think we left like at 10 a.m. and we were back like noon or 1. I think it was 1. So we were out for a little bit, and then we ate, and he's getting better at eating food different than what I'm eating. There was a little bit there that he didn't want to eat unless we were like eating a meal together, which involves the same kind of food, and told him, it's not happening. I'm eating whatever meat I feel like eating, and you can eat whatever you want, and don't be weirded out. And he's still like, is it gonna be okay if I have potatoes with my meat? I was like, yes, you can have anything you want. And again, it's not that he's afraid it's gonna make me want to eat potatoes. He's afraid that that's not being polite, that he's eating different kinds of foods than I'm eating. And he will not eat in a restaurant if I'm not eating. So we know that we either have to wait until I'm hungry, and then we can go to a restaurant, because I won't eat if I'm not hungry. And it has to be a restaurant where I can just get some meat. And I think he'll be okay if he's got, other foods on his plate besides just meat. I don't know. And it's funny that he'll still be like, but you can have orange juice, right? Orange juice, that's not bad. And I was like, that's not meat, and it's filled with sugar, and it's just, people feel, and not just him, people feel bad sometimes for me because they feel like I am being so deprived. And if they only knew how, that's what I want. I want no choices in my life. I do so much better with no choices. Meat, butter, water, it's all I need. And I feel like I'm living the good life that way. I don't need all that other stuff. Oh, let me tell you this. I went to not 1, but to 2 AA meetings. And before those of you who like to tell me that I need to be in AA or I'm going to fall off the wagon after 23 years of sobriety, and me repeatedly saying that I'm not falling off the wagon and I'm not drinking when I go to bars, I did AA in the year 2000 when my husband was forced to go because his employer at the time said, you got to go. They put him through rehab for a little bit, and then part of it, the deal was that he had to go to so many AA meetings per week. He had to get signatures and all that stuff. So I went with him in rehab to the meetings that they had, and then I went to regular AA meetings, and I didn't like them at all. I didn't like, for many reasons. The main reason is when I would hear them all talking about drinking, it made me want to drink. I wanted to leave. I was freshly sober, so I was very tempted to drink. And I told my husband Andy, I was like, I can't go to these because it's going to make me want to drink. And I knew he was still drinking, so it was silly for me to go when he wasn't even making really a good attempt at wanting to quit. And I stopped going. So that's one reason. The other reasons is just even though it's not religious, I don't like the whole higher power thing and all that stuff. So it wasn't my thing, not at all. And it just wasn't my thing. So I never went again. And 23 years later, I meet Blue Eyes, who is has 27 years. He's been sober 27 years. And he asked me one night, he goes, he likes to go to AA meetings to just talk to the people. He also feels like me on some of the things. He's not, he certainly doesn't push people and believes that anybody can be sober any way they want to be. He doesn't fall for the, you have to have AA to stay sober and be sober. That's not his thing either. He doesn't preach that to anyone, but he does like to go to the meetings because he just likes to be out and about and stuff like that. Tells his story, which is awesome. So we went to one, and I knew I wasn't going to leave there wanting to drink. That was a long time ago. Like I said, I had just quit drinking when I was doing that. And so, geez, the first one, can I even remember? It was a small meeting. Yeah, and I even talked, and it was nice. It was nice. Even though I don't pray and do those things, I do. If I'm in somebody else's place and that's what they're doing, I'll go along. I know Our Father who art in heaven. I was raised Catholic. I know that prayer, only the ending is different, and the Catholic ending was the correct one. You didn't say that other part at the end, for thine is the kingdom or whatever. We didn't say that part. You weren't supposed to say that part because you're not Catholic. You're wrong. So, but you know, I do as others do when I'm in their home. So that's it, but it's not my thing. And then we went to another meeting, and I wanted to go to that one because it was this month, which is September, and Blue Eyes was getting his 27-year coin, and they also were celebrating everybody's birthdays. They call the sobriety a birthday also. So there's that birthday, and then there's the actual birthday of your birth. And there was over 50 people there. It was packed, and I thought, if we have to all say, hi, I'm Darlene, I'm an alcoholic, this is going to take forever. But for those big meetings, that once a month thing, we don't do that because there's just too many people. And so there was a speaker. He was funny as shit. What I love is they say, fuck, motherfucker. I mean, they're just filled with filth, and I love it. You know I love it. I can go to a meeting and hear that. I'm happy. And then they started giving the coins out. I think there was 4 people getting coins various years, and I believe Blue Eyes was the longest at 27. There might have been somebody there with 32 years of sobriety, I think. And then there was somebody with just 1 year, and everybody cheered like crazy because the first year can be really the hardest, I think. But anyway, Blue Eyes got up to get his coin, and he spoke and said such nice things, encouraging things, told everybody about me. He called me his lady, and that I had 23 years, and I was like surprised that he was mentioning me, and I got a round of applause, and everybody's looking at me. I was like, oh my God. But it was very nice of him. And then when he came to the chair, he gave me a hug and a kiss right there in public. I fucking love that. And we sat back down, and I told him he did such a good job, and I was crying a little bit because it was just so emotional. And I've only known this guy a month, and I just feel like I've known him forever. We have so many things in common, and we just really seem to like each other. And so I was so glad. And then they had a shitload of food. Everybody brought food, and I ate nothing. I didn't even go look at it. And Blue Eyes filled his plate. I can't believe how much he can eat. And then he had 3 big pieces of cake after. And this place was near Hadley's. And I said, oh my God. Okay, I think we left there. It was like 7:30. And Hadley's on Sundays has a Sunday fun day, 5:30 to 9:30. So I said, we could go to Hadley's. I said, for 30 minutes, would you mind? I said, we'll see who the band is. And then I looked, and I saw it was Midnight Train, and I knew I liked them. And I thought, he's like, yes, let's go. So it was just so cool that spur of the moment, all of a sudden, I'm going to Hadley's. We each had a cup of water. I got to dance a few times. I got to sit with a table of friends. And we got to sit at a table with friends. And we stayed about 30 minutes. He's like, we can stay till the end. And then I was like, you mind if we go? Because I was just like, I was hungry for one thing. And I wanted to just go home and eat some beef. And he's like, yes, of course, let's leave. So, you know, he didn't care. And I was so proud of myself that I went somewhere and didn't have to stay until the end of the night. I'm trying so hard to just be more normal like that and not feel like I'm going to miss out. The songs were not as danceable as I would have wanted, so we left. We went home, and it was such a nice evening because it started out pretty early. It was just so nice. It was so nice to just be out doing stuff like that. So yes, so I went to 2 AA meetings. I will go again anytime he wants. I told him that. Look, he goes to my outings, my evenings out. He doesn't dance, but he goes there to listen to the music, and he enjoys it. And I listen to the people talk, and I enjoy it. As long as it doesn't make me feel like getting drunk, then I will continue to go to AA and listen to the stories. But I do want to tell people who think it's the right thing to do is to say, you need to go to AA. You need to, especially if somebody's freshly sober, don't tell anybody what they need to do. Let everybody figure it out for themselves, you know. AA wouldn't have helped me during that 10-year period where I would have given anything to quit and wishing that I would just die in my sleep. That's how much I hated the fact that I drank, and that was for 10 years. That was a long time to hate what I was doing. And then it happened for me, and AA would not have helped in that 10-year period. It just simply would not have, for many reasons. I wasn't really, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to tell people that let people work on their own way to do things. There's no one way that's going to work for everyone. And if somebody says, I don't like AA, say, you know, that's okay. You don't have to. That doesn't have to be your thing. Is there something else you'd like to work on? Something else that you think might help? All right? Just, if people tell you they don't like something or it's not for them, that's okay. Don't try to convince them that they need to be doing that, or that they're wrong for thinking that way, because nobody's wrong for their own beliefs and the way they feel about things. Is there any other topic? I'm doing laundry here. Can I bring my laundry? Oh, he had even mentioned it before, and I was like, I think I'll bring it. He goes, yes, bring it, because this is easier than even going to Derek's and putting it in the washer and then going back to put it in the dryer. So I'm just doing laundry right here. I don't know. This is just not anything I expected. I did not expect to be going back and forth from Hernando to Jacksonville and doing all this. And, I'm looking at my stuff, and I have a nice room here that I'm going to be able to work in. And I did bring yarn and crochet hooks. I did that. But we were really busy today, and I have tomorrow. I guess I could do some stuff, but I know he's going to want to go out. And I'm going to go out with him. If he wants to go out, I don't care. I think he even mentioned someplace that he'd like to go tomorrow, and I don't remember. But so we'll be busy, and I just want to try to come up with some stitches, crochet stitches that I make up. Even they might exist, but I like to just try to make things up. Oh my God, here's the thing I keep forgetting to say. A lot of you are like, oh, I hope so much you do like a beginning crochet. I've already done all that. For those of you who are new, probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I did a whole series of crochet, different stitches, right from the basics. So I'll put that playlist link in the description, because I will not be showing basic stitches. I'm not going to be teaching you guys a single crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet. I think I've showed you all of those. How to make a chain. I'll send you to the playlist for beginning. I don't know if I did a good job. It was a long time ago, and I don't feel like going back, but I will do that. So you can start just learning some basic stitches, because when I come in and show you something, obviously I love to make Afghans, but that's a time investment. So maybe some smaller things. People keep saying crochet something for Rocket. You can't do yarn for dogs or cats, I would imagine, especially dogs. It gets caught, their little claws, unless they're very, very shortly trimmed. it's not good. Quilts are fine, but yarn, it gets caught on their nails. And I had a dog who got caught around a nail that was like a little rough part of his nail. Oh my God, you would have thought it was the end of the world. And it is to them. They're so scared. And so I won't be doing that. But yes, little Rocket, I would like to make him at least a pet bed for each vehicle, so we don't have to keep moving everything every time we go somewhere. Because Blue Eyes has a van and a car. I have a car. So I would like 3 pet beds. He doesn't need one for in any apartment because he sleeps on the bed, the regular bed. But he might like a little pet bed. I don't know. So that will not be a crochet project, and Afghans are time consuming, but I can come up with some things, and I will. I'm just gonna, tonight, I'd like to just look through if I can ever finish Big Brother. I think I have one more episode to get caught up on, and I have to because The Amazing Race, Survivor and The Amazing Race are gonna be on, so I'm gonna be having to watch that every week too. And I don't have cable, so I have to watch it after the fact. But I guess I'm going to stop talking now. I think I've done a lot of talking, but I wanted to jump in and let you guys know that I am still heading toward crochet. I want very much to do that. And I will have the playlist link in the description, so go check that out. If you know nothing about it, see if those videos help you. If not, search for other videos that will say how to single crochet, how to double crochet, you know, things like that. And everybody teaches in a different way, and somebody else might be able to teach you. And then you'll be a little bit ready when I jump in. You know, I just, and I'm not giving up on the 2-inch squares quilt because I have a portable sewing machine that I can bring here. And there are days that Blue Eyes will be gone to work and I could just zip through and do a lot of those squares, I hope. But I don't think I'll have that on eBay. I think I'm gonna want it. I'm gonna want to keep it, just because I can. All right, you guys, I'm gonna hang up now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon, hopefully tomorrow. Bye.